Have you ever felt that despite countless practices, meditation, prayer, retreats, you still wander in darkness? Have you wondered what truly sparks the awakening mind, that mind of realization, and why it seems so elusive? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we delve into one of the most profound inquiries at the heart of every spiritual seek. How does the awakened mind, often called the mind of realization, actually rise? What are the inner and outer currents that nurture its birth, and what barriers stand in its way? Drawing on the timeless wisdom of renowned masters and modern insights alike, we will explore the path to spiritual awakening as a living journey, a dance between effort and surrender, between clarity and confusion. Imagine your mind as a clear mountain spring, naturally pure but often muddied by silent debris. Our task, through practice, is not to manufacture purity, but to let the spring flow, to remove obscure ions, so that the water of awareness may run unimpeded. Yet, many seekers find that the water never clears completely. Layers of sediment, habits, beliefs, unexamined emotions keep the stillness just out of reach. So how does the mind of realization come into being? The process unfolds along three interwoven phases. The first phase is awakening inspiration. Here, an initial glimpse or inspiration stirs in the heart. It might arise from hearing a teaching that resonates deeply, from witnessing the unexpected compassion of another, or from encountering suffering that refuses to be ignored. This spark is fragile and must be nurtured. Without it, practice becomes mechanical. Next comes rigorous cultivation. The inspired practitioner engages in skillful means, meditation, ethical discipline, study, and devotion to purify the mind. It is in this steady work that old patterns are loosened, emotional reactivity softens, and subtle clarity begins to appear. Cultivation requires perseverance. Many stumble here, discouraged by the persistence of obstacles. Yet even a single moment of unselfing practice ripples far deeper than we can see. Finally, there is sublime fruition, the blossoming of the mind of realization. This is not the end of practice, but the opening to a new way of being, a mind that sees directly, responds wisely, and abides in unshakable compassion. In this phase, the spring runs that the very nature of mind is revealed as luminous and boundless. But between these phases lie formidable obstacle. 1. The obstacle of doubt. Doubt deceives the practitioner into believing awakening is impossible. It whispers that one is unworthy or incapable. The core is not mere positive thinking, but cultivating a patient investigation, examining doubt as a process, tracing its roots in fear and past failures, and gently reaffirming the aspiration to awaken. 2. The obstacle of attachment. Even the attachment to awakening itself can become a barrier. When one grasps at visions of bliss or clings to spiritual identity, the mind stiffens. True awakening requires letting go of all clinging, including clinging to liberation. 3. The obstacle of discursive thought. A mind restless with endless chatter cannot rest in its own clarity. Through practices like shamatha, abiding, and vipassana insight, the practitioner learns to befriend thought, to observe it without getting lost, creating a fertile space for realization. 4. The obstacle of emotional turbulence. Unhealed emotions, grief, anger, jealousy stir storms that obscure the sky of awareness. Compassionate inquiry, supported by counseling, ritual, and dedicated practice, gradually transforms these energies into wisdom. 5. The obstacle of conceptual fixation. Conceptual frameworks guide our understanding, but they can also bind it. Insight practices encourage direct experiencing beyond words and concepts, reminding us that the awakened mind transcends any doctrine. As we navigate these challenges, 3 keys support our progress. Unwavering aspiration. A heartfelt vow to awaken and benefit others fuels the journey. This aspiration, when rekindled daily, outlasts fleeting motivation. Be wise association. Choosing friends and teachers who embody integrity and compassion provides both inspiration and guidance. Sangha is not just social, it is spiritual nourishment. C. Balanced effort. Too much effort leads to exhaustion, too little to stagnation. Learning to read our own energy and adjust practice, alternating exertion and relaxation, maintains momentum and prevents burnout. To illustrate, consider the story of a young nun who battled depression for years. She practiced intensively but fell into deeper despair each time. Under her teacher's guidance, she learned to balance her meditation with physical work in the monastery garden, compassionate service to the elderly, and gentle self-care. Over time, her inner spring cleared, not through force, but through harmonizing effort and ease. Ultimately, the mind of realization rises as a natural unfolding, like a lotus blooming when conditions align. It is neither artificial nor static. It is alive, responsive, and always teaching. Once glimpsed, it invites us to live as its expression, responsive kindness in place of reactivity, clear seeing in place of confusion, and fearless compassion in place of fear. Thank you for watching this video.